When I went first convoy, I wanted to be a shaheed. I wasn't that lucky. Second time, I wanted to be a shaheed. Didn't work. Third time lucky, inshallah, I'll be shaheed.
politik kokoh itik! המנסים לעבור פה מתחת! רגע, אחד מולי! להבריח אותנו מכל הכיוונים! אנחנו צריכים כיבוי עכשיו! תגידו! שוב והקרוב את זה! נשק כבד! נשק כבד? כן, נשק כבד! הם יורים עלינו! בוא נעשה פה נשק חי למטה! נשק חי למטה! נשק חי פה, אני מזהה!
Israeli naval officers are on board. They're searching the vehicles. They're expecting to find what has been the Israeli position since the early hours of this morning, and that is that ammunition, guns, knives, all of that is on board these vehicles. The Israeli army maintaining that its soldiers came under live fire when they boarded one of those ships. Now this of course is being denied by the passengers of the ships. They insist that they were a peaceful demonstration trying to bring world attention to the economic blockade on Gaza. Some of them have already arrived here in Ashdod. They are being ordered back to their countries of origin. Those that are refusing to go are being detained in the detention center that you might see behind me. Now, the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has called this a slaughter at sea. The international condemnation has been fast and furious, with some Russian politicians saying that this is a tragic event and an investigation needs to be carried out.
Since Hamas has assumed power in Gaza, its militancy has dropped significantly. Besides Al-Aqsa, Islamic Jihad has become the dominant resistance group in the Gaza Strip. It insists on unity between all factions in order to fight Israel. I was given access to Islamic Jihad to film one of their training missions in northern Gaza. These men are trained to engage heavily armoured Israeli troops with only small arms and rocket-propelled grenades. Many of them told me they expected to die on their missions. This is the reality of the weekly reports of Palestinian rocket attacks into Israel. A few days before I arrived in Gaza, a rocket like this landed near a kindergarten in Israel. The fuse is lit. Everyone, including me, runs for their lives. Israeli attack helicopters can respond with deadly force within minutes of the launch. Moments later, Al-Aqsa's commander in Gaza shows me how he uses Google Earth to search for targets inside Israel.
طبعا احنا بناخذ احداثيات عن الجوجل ايرث زائد بنأكدها على الخرائط. تمام، احداثيات السنتر المدينه او مناطق معينه حساسه داخل المدينه.
In June 2007, Hamas toppled the Palestinian Authority in a bloody coup. Several months later, radical Islamic entities began murdering innocent Christian civilians within the Gaza Strip. The first victim was Rami Ayad, a young man in his 30s and a father of two who worked in the church organizing charitable activities. Following his murder, members of Hamas desecrated his body and cut him up into pieces. Former target and political refugee General Kamel al-Tarzi stated, "They did not just attack Rami, they are attacking the entire Christian community. They shoot at their feet, burn churches, offices, institutions, and all kinds of buildings that serve the Christian community." For weeks, reporter Henrik Zimmerman gathered testimonies and evidence from Christian families that fled the Gaza Strip as a result of religious persecution. The people who were interviewed adamantly claim that Islamic organizations in the Gaza Strip are trying to conduct an ethnic cleansing campaign against the remaining Christian minority who live there.
هو يعني احنا خلينا نحكي طبعا الحقيقة مرة لما بدنا نيجي نقول تم الاعتداء على أبناء مجتمعنا المسيحي بغزة وعلى مؤسساته وعلى جمعياته وعلى كنائسه من قبل جماعات إسلامية متطرفة غير معروفة كلهم مجموعة واحدة بس تحت مسميات أخرى يعني نفس التوجه قرآني بحت.
אינן מעיזות לענוד את טיליון הצלב על צווארן ושישנה סכנה של ממש להסתובב ברחובות. ללא חיג'אב מוסלמי.
في خوف كبير كتير كمان مش شوي، والبعض بفضل انه يرحل من البلد، يعني انه ما يضلوا قاعد هون من وراء انه خايفين انه يتهاجموا، خايفين انه ينجبروا على لبس الزي الاسلامي او الزي الشرعي للبلد. هذا اللي مش من ثقافتنا انه احنا نفرض على حدا شيء يعني.
Ha sido que les queman las caras, estando en el mercado, van al mercado y si la ven sin taparse le echan el ácido.
¿Qué quiere esta gente? ¿Qué quiere esta gente?
Quieren hacerse toda la misma religión y eso.